I'm going to talk you through question 3 of the language paper. This time I'm looking at the November 2013 paper. So question 3 is always source 3. In this case, it's the Ewan McGregor article where he's describing his experience of going to the pyramids on the motorbike. Okay, so it's always going to ask you then to explain the thoughts and the feelings that the writer has in the text. So you can use point evidence explain to help you do this. So the point being something along the lines of one feeling that the writer has. It's making sure that you focus on thoughts and feelings. Do not analyse language in this question. It's one of the biggest mistakes that people make, and you don't get any marks for it. Okay, so top tips then for question 3 is to track the nuances then of emotions and thoughts that run through the text. They are not going to give you an article that's just got one kind of straight and clear emotion. They're testing your ability to understand language, and there will be subtle nuances in the text. If you don't understand the word nuance, pause this right now, look it up, okay? Okay, so there'll be some subtle shifts in the way that the writer experiences emotion. And one way that you can go through to have this to help you as you get in is to go through and smiley face it. So put little emoticons down the side. So you can see here that I've put emoticons down the side so that I can, as I'm reading, so I can track the emotions that are happening in the text. Obviously this can be a bit limiting. It works much better with feelings than it does for thoughts, for example. However, it just gives you a little technique that you can use to help you spot those shifts in language. So you'll see here as well that it is a bit limiting. For example, my emoticon for relief wasn't very good, so I've just written few in the margin there, and that's absolutely something you can do to track the story of the thoughts and feelings of the emotion in the text. The other thing you need to do is write it up as it happens. Again, like question 1, don't jump backwards and forwards. Just go through as it happens, so that you can just explain it in that way. And that will be easier for you, and it will be easier for the examiner, and everybody's happy. Okay, so we've got 2 examples then here. I'm not going to read them to you. You need to pause the video and use the models and read them. So one thing you can do as well is on the website, we've got the 2 models there. Use the success criteria to annotate those models and really look in detail at why one is better than the other. Okay, so in this example then, we've got a real clarity in this response, okay? So Ewan's thinking about his bad mood. We've got quotations to support the answer. It's very clear. It's got a very clear response to thoughts and feelings that are happening through the text. If you look at this second example then, we've got much greater levels of interpretation, and that's one of the skills that they're asking you to do. Find text, so retrieval, and then interpret that information. So it's picking out key quotations and going through and adding in ways that we can interpret that. And you'll see there that I've highlighted that level of interpretation in red there for you too, so you can have a look. There are other models and examples that you can also use on the website. So use these models then to help you peer assess or self-assess your own responses to the work. And really, that's what you need to do. You need to go through and write your own answers and try this technique. Try tracking the emotions in the margin with smiley faces or little words, and write your own responses. Okay?